students, how are you today? I hope you are doing well and ready for another English class in this program, Aprender e Estudar em Casa. I am teacher Perpetua Verissimo and will continue working on the contents for 11th grade. Last time we talked about the differences between British and American English, and also we learned the differences between ED and ING adjectives. I gave you some homework, and let's start this class by correcting it. In the previous lesson, you were supposed to choose the right word and then answer these questions. Let's see the answers. For number 1, we had, what do you like to do for fun when you are, what is the correct word? When you are bored. Number 2, what are you scared of and why? Spiders or dark places? Number 3, can you remember a time you felt really surprised? Your birthday party or the present you got? Number 4, what activities do you find relaxing? Watching films or going to the beach? Number 5, in your opinion, what is the most exciting sport to watch and why? Football or tennis? Okay, so that was the homework, and I believe you could choose the correct words. And what's for today? Let's see our language objectives. Today we're going to talk about routines, past events, and future plans. This means that we're going to revise the verb tenses, and we're going to do it through songs. To start, my question is, what are verb tenses? The verb tenses refers to when the action in a sentence takes place. Most verbs take a past, present, or future tense. This means that the verb may change forms, add an ending, change spelling slightly, take auxiliary verbs, etc. to reflect something that already happened in the past or something that is currently happening or is an ongoing truth, reality, or something that will happen in the future. So far, you have studied some verb tenses. What verb tenses have you studied? Remember? Okay, then we are level 5. So we have already seen the present simple, the present continuous, the past simple, the past continuous, the present perfect simple, and finally the future with will and be going to. In this class, we're going to revise when to use them, how to use them, and the time expressions for each of these verb tenses. To start, listen to this song that you know well from Ed Sheeran and try to identify the verb tenses in the song.
I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Well, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling. You look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand, be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this, darling. You look perfect tonight. No, no, baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, or barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
Well then, I believe you could identify different verb tenses in this song. Notice this sentence from the song we have here, because we were just kids when we fell in love. The verbs are already underlined. Can you tell me what verb tense do we have there? Did you say the past simple? Well then, you are correct. Is the past simple? The past simple or simple past is used for actions that started and finished in the past. We usually use it with the verb with the time expressions like yesterday, last week, last year, 2 days ago, in 2018, in 2019, or with when. To form the past simple, as you know, in the affirmative we have regular and irregular verbs. The irregular verbs are those that their form change when we are using the past simple. And the regular verb, we just add ed at the end of the verb in order to put it in the past. For the affirmative form, we have an example there. I didn't see a movie last week. In the affirmative form, as you can see, the verb see is an irregular verb. We have saw. To put it in the negative, we add the auxiliary verb did in the negative, didn't, and then the verb in the infinitive, I didn't see. For the interrogative form, we also use the auxiliary verb did, and then the subject and the verb in the infinitive, did you see? So then we have, did you see any movie last week? That's the interrogative form. Another sentence from this song. Let's see. Oh, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. Were waiting. What verb tense do we have there? Did you say past continuous? Very good. That's the past continuous. As you know, the past continuous shows us that the action was already in progress at a certain time in the past. To form the past continuous, we use the auxiliary verb to be in the past, was or were, plus the verb plus ing. So we have examples there. What were you doing at 8 p.m. last night? What were you doing? Were the subject, do the verb ing. I was studying. And for the negative form, they weren't working when I arrived. As you can see, the verb to be changes according to this subject. And the time expressions that we usually use with the past continuous are while, yesterday, at a specific time. It can be 8 p.m., 7:30, all morning, all day. Next one, the song. We also listen the sentence, she shares my dreams. What verb tense do we have there? Is the present simple. Well done. For what do we use the present simple? The present simple is used to express habits, general truths, repeated actions, or unchanging situations, emotions, and wishes, to give instructions or directions. So it's one of the first verb tenses we learn, okay? When we start learning how to talk about our routines, it's a repeated action, so we use the present simple. How to form the present simple? We have the subject plus verb. We usually add S, O-E-S to the third person singular in the affirmative. So we have an example. He drinks tea at breakfast. Negative form, we add the subject, do, in the present plus not, do or does. In this case, third person, he doesn't drink tea at breakfast. And for the interrogative form, we also use the auxiliary verb do plus subject plus the main verb in the infinitive, as you have it there. Do they watch television regularly? The time expressions that we usually use with the present simple are the adverbs of frequency that you already know. So in this case, often, always, never, usually, every day, every week, every month, or every year. The next sentence we have is, baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms. I'm dancing. It is the present continuous, correct? So we use the present continuous for actions happening at the moment of speaking or temporary situations. How to form the verb, the present continuous? We have the verb to be in the present plus the verb in the infinitive plus ing. Examples, the students are reading. Negative, the students aren't reading the newspapers at the moment. For the interrogative, we put the verb to be before the subject. So we have, is Julie working in Paris? The time expressions used with present continuous are now, at the moment, at the present, tonight. Okay, don't forget that the present continuous is used for actions, especially actions happening at the moment, and the verb to be is conjugated according to the subject. The next verb tense we have is I hope that someday I'll share her home. The verb tense is the future. Great. So in this sentence, we have the future with will. Will plus infinitive. But it's also possible to form the future tense with the expression be going to plus the infinitive. The future with will is used to express a request, a promise, hope, and prediction. We have some examples there. I will, I won't do that next time. So, will for affirmative and won't for negative. And for the interrogative form, we just place the will before the subject. So we have, will you help me? When we talk about future plans and intentions or predictions based on what we can see, clear evidence, in this case we use the future with be going to. In the example you can see Bill is, isn't for negative, going to study abroad next year. So to form that verb tense, we conjugate the verb to be according to the subject. And when it is the negative, we just add not after the verb to be. For the interrogative form, are they going to the presentation tomorrow? Just place the verb to be before the subject. And again, don't forget the verb to be is conjugated according to the subject. The time expressions for the future are tomorrow, next summer, next week, in the future, in 2022, for example. So what is missing? Remember, it's missing just one verb tense, and it is the present perfect. For what we use the present perfect? We use the present perfect for an action that started in the past and continues in the present. So the present perfect usually makes a link, present, past to the present. Also, it is used for a finished action that we don't know when it happened, or if we do, this is not important. To form the present perfect, we usually have the subject, the auxiliary verb have or has according to the subject, plus the past participle of the verb. The past participle is the last column of verbs in your list of verbs, okay? For example, she has, affirmative, hasn't, negative, lived in Plateau all her life. So, as you can see, to put the sentence in the negative, we just add not after the auxiliary verb. For the interrogative, have you ever eaten sushi? So, the auxiliary verb is placed before the subject. The time expressions used with the present perfect are since, for, already, just, yet, ever. So, I believe that now you remember all the verb tenses that you have studied and how to use them. So now, let's do some practice. Complete this song with the verbs in brackets in the correct verb tenses. Then listen to the song and check your answer. The song is In My Life from the Beatles.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places
if you were able to do it. So let's do the correction. Let's start. We have, there are places I will remember all my life. Though some have changed, present perfect, yes. Some forever, but not for better. Some, present perfect again, have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments, past simple. With lovers and friends, I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living, present continuous. In my life, I loved them all, present perfect. But all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, present simple. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new, present simple. Though I know I'll never lose affection, future with will, for people and things that went before, past simple of the verb to go. I know I will often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more, present simple. I hope you liked the exercise and you had a relaxing moment, as the song is very slow and easy to follow and sing. Well, finally, homework time. I have some questions for you to practice what you have learned in this class. Let's see. Answer the following questions about you. Use the appropriate verb tense. Question 1. What are you doing right now? Question 2. What do you usually do on Sunday morning? Question 3. What time did you go to bed last night? Question 4. What was your mother doing at this time yesterday? Number 5. How long have you known your best friend? Number 6. Have you ever traveled to an English-speaking country? And the number 7. Will you see all your friends tomorrow? So, what was your favorite part of the lesson? Let's do a summary and then you tell me. In this class, we talked about routines, past events, future plans, ongoing actions, etc. We also did the verb tenses review through songs. I really liked the first part when we were supposed to identify the verb tenses through songs. That was really fun. So far, so good. So, this is the end of another English class in the program Aprender e Estudar em Casa. Thank you so much for your attention and collaboration. I really hope to see you next class. Have a nice day.